Welcome to the guided stretch routine as a part of the mobility program. This is phase 2. Congrats on making it here. Hopefully you're feeling better after the first month. And now we're going to get into some more advanced stuff. So very similar format, but what you're going to notice are more complex movements and also a little bit more stability. So let's get into it. We're going to start in a seated position on the ground. So just try to make yourself comfortable. I would cross your legs, go Indian style. And we're going to get nice, good posture. Big inhale, exhale. We're going to start out with 3. Here we go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. The goal is to fill up your low stomach as you inhale through your nose. Push out your belly. Now you're going to reach your arms up overhead. It's going to take a little bit of strength through your hip flexor, through your abs, through your back. And now you're going to exhale for a cactus. So what you're doing is getting some stabilizers firing. Inhale up to the top, exhale. And we're getting that chest and shoulders opened up. So squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull these arms back. Now plant the hands on the ground at your side. You can go on your palms, fingers, whatever's more comfortable. From here, you're going to reach up your right arm. Exhale to the side. Slide your hand that's on the ground out and lean to get that stretch through the side of your body. Slowly back to the top. Switch it up. Exhale. Reach. Try and keep the best posture you can. I know you're probably feeling it through your core, your stomach, your back. Hand is back to the top. Now, right arm comes across your body for a shoulder stretch. We're just going to hold it here. I really like to hook the crux of my elbow. If you can't, your hand is just fine. But once you go lower to the elbow, you can actually really pull that shoulder up across your body, which is just going to help you feel it across your deltoid the way you need. Come out of it nice and slow. Arm across your body. Left arm is now stretching. If at any point this gets too uncomfortable to be in the Indian position here, you can just stick your legs out in front of you. No problem. I just want to make sure you're in nice upright posture. Now exhale nice and slow. We're going to make our way into a tabletop position. So on the hands and knees. Now the goal here is to be at 90 degrees at your shoulders, your hips, and your knees. Now from here, I'm going to take a big inhale. And we're going to go into cow position. So you're going to stick your butt out. It's the Instagram cover profile pic right here. Exhale, tuck your hips, press your back up toward the ceiling. This is the cat. So cow. Big inhale, exhale, cat. Big inhale, cow. One of my favorite video clips of exercise video clips, I guess, of all time is Tony Horton saying to make a Halloween cat. Exhale and going. I'm probably the only one that's going to get that joke, unless you've done P90X. And we back to tabletop position. Now we go into quadruped. So right arm's going to reach off the ground, left leg's going to reach back. I want you to hold some tension in your stomach. Make sure you're not arching too much. From here, you reach the arm, leg reaches back. Now we're really getting your core firing all the way from your shoulder to your glute. You're going to tap your elbow to your knee and reach it back out. Try and keep your hips level as possible. Reach it back out. Exhale as you make contact. Big reach out. Replant the right hand, left knee. And then we're gonna reach the left arm forward, right leg back, and repeat it on the opposite side. Exhale as you bring in, tap the knee to elbow, reach it back out, knee to elbow, back out. Last time. Big inhale, exhale, and we're gonna go back to down dog. So you're pushing your weight back, drop the heels, head through your shoulders. From this position right here, we're gonna wanna pedal your feet. So you bend one leg, extend the other. It's gonna just put a little more weight into that extended leg and stretch the calf and hammy a little bit more. Switch sides. Switch sides, maybe twist your hips slightly. Feel it go up to your waist, switch. And we got one more time on each side. I'm sure the shoulders are heating up at this point. Switch back to right. Back to down dog, push it. Now from this down dog right here, we're gonna reach the leg up. Squeeze your glute on the right leg as that right leg reaches toward the ceiling. You're gonna swing it through. Right foot in between your hands. If you need to grab your foot and pull it forward, that's totally fine. Now, you're gonna leave the back heel up as you come up into crescent pose. As you do this, you're gonna feel that stretch go through your left side. You wanna sink down nice and low. We're gonna hold it. Nice deep breath. Now from here, we're gonna make a twist. So we have two options. Option A is reaching the left arm down and twisting as that right hand goes up toward the ceiling. Option B is bringing your hands together, twisting and bringing your left elbow on top of your right knee and twisting. This version is a little less stable, takes a little bit more rotation. It's nice too though. If you're like a normal rider and have tight triceps, you can kind of grind it out on this leg. You're gonna feel it in a lot of different areas. Now, bring it back to crescent pose. And then slowly go to the ground. We're gonna go through a vinyasa. So lower. Now we are in upward dog. Sure you recognize this from the last program. Tuck the toes, back into downward dog. Left leg goes up in the air. I'm going to swing it through crescent pose. Leaving the back heel up. As I come up nice and tall, do your best to keep the hips straight. You're going to feel that stretch. I notice with a lot of yoga poses, it is almost impossible to emulate if you're not warm and you don't take your total body through this extension, because you're just gonna feel it in places that you can't when you isolate and static stretch a muscle. So super, super valuable. From here, we're gonna make our twist. So you're either going right hand on the floor, twisting up, or you're bringing the palms together. Whoa, almost went down. Right elbow on top of the left knee, twisting. Notice I'm a lot less stable on this side, and now I'm sinking into it. Come out nice and slow, back to crescent pose. Really claim it, take a breath, a little more extension, and then you go back to the ground. We're gonna hit our vinyasa, lower all the way down, press up, pushing the shoulders away from the ears, and then we tuck the toes, go back to downward dog, head through your shoulders, heels dropping toward the ground. From here, the right leg goes back up. We're swinging back through to crescent pose. Don't worry, we're not gonna hang out here for too long. We go up, and now we got some stability. We're gonna stand all the way to the top, and if you can float straight through to staff, that is gonna be ideal. You're gonna bring that front leg out with your arms overhead. You're gonna feel this in your quad. Do your best to use your hip. You can also go to the knee bent position and just drive that knee up toward the ceiling. I can get a little more height when I do that. But this reach right here is legit. Now, tap if you need to in transition. We're gonna go to half moon pose. So you're raising your heel. My right hand is dropping toward the ground. This is where, if you wanna put something on the ground, like a yoga block, you have a dog you could put your hand on and stabilize, you can do that. Or you just go fingertips, you can go flat palm, but what I want you to focus on is actually turning open. And when you bring those eyes up toward that top hand and you twist, that is when you get nice and unstable, and I'm on the verge of going down. You could tell this is not my specialty, but I do it because of how important it is, and it's gotten better and better over the years. Now, you go back to, whoa, standing position, and then we're gonna go palms on the ground, step or jump back to a high plank, through the vinyasa, downward dog. Left leg is now raising up toward the ceiling, bringing it in between your hands for crescent pose. Now, do your best, strong through your front leg, step up all the way through, and we're raising that leg up into staff. This one's, for some reason, just more of a fight for me. Remember, go bent knee option. If you need to, drive that hip up, tall posture. Now you're swinging the leg through. My left leg's dropping, left hand, is dropping toward the ground, and the right leg's going up toward the ceiling. My left leg, in most positions, is more stable. And right here, this just feels way better. I'm sure you've found some weaknesses at this point through the program, through the second video, and through all your overhead squat testing. Now, bring yourself down to center. Stand up top. Go back through the vinyasa. Step or jump. Upward dog. In this upward dog, you're gonna look to the left, hold it, stretch through your neck, look to the right. One more time on each side, look to the left, look to the right, and then downward dog. Now, we're gonna make our way back up to standing and back to a wall. And we're back up to the wall. We're gonna do a bicep wall stretch. Again, this is our rule-breaking portion of it. We're not yogis, we're cyclists, man. All right, so we're doing it however the heck is gonna suit us best. And this is it right here. So bicep wall stretch, you wanna turn your hand down so you're externally rotating your shoulder, pressing your palm against the wall. About shoulder height is good. I typically go a little lower so I can feel the stretch through my chest better. If you need more though, just bring that hand up higher. So palm against the wall, you're turning away. You're gonna exhale. You've probably seen this before on some other programs. It's just one of the best stretches to get all those muscles we use as we're gripping the bars. Turn away. We're gonna hold it for another 10 seconds before we switch to the other side. So come out nice and slow. You're now going to put your left hand against the wall. Again, you externally rotate, push your palm flat, and we turn away from the wall, feeling it come all the way up through our arm, into our shoulder. I notice on this one too, a lot of people will overly arch their back, so remember, just keep that core in check, and you're breathing through the whole process. We're gonna come out of that nice and slow. And we're gonna go back to our legs from a standing position. Now we're gonna make our way back toward the ground and start with a hamstring stretch. So feet are under your hips. We're just gonna hang it forward. So I want you to keep your legs as straight as possible and round your back. As you go forward, you can support yourself on your own legs if you want to, but just pull yourself forward, let yourself round. I want you to feel this in your hamstrings, but it's going to be very normal to feel it in your back. Big exhale. Now, we're going to make our way to the ground with a pigeon stretch. So, you're going to slowly sink, palms are on the ground. I'm just going to shift this way for you. We're going to bring the leg across the body. And then your opposite leg is going backwards. So, I'm going to go into that again slow so you can see. From this position here, I have one leg go back, the other leg comes across the body. This is the pigeon stretch, and now I sink down toward the ground. We're stretching the outside thigh of the front leg. And you're just going to sit here. Amazing glute stretch. Really, really good stretch if you're dealing with any IT band, sciatic pain. It's a go-to, man. You can't go wrong with this guy. So from here, you're going to go down to your elbows if you want a little more heat. You can also twist over your knee and feel that stretch a little bit deeper if you need it. To be honest, this is plenty for me. Just gonna hold it for another 10 seconds. Really just take a breath, let your hip relax, let your body lengthen. And we're gonna switch to the other side. So come up nice and slow. Slide your front leg back, bring your left leg up. Extending back that right leg, and I'm going to go straight to my elbow position. It amazes me how tight cyclists' glutes can get. Kind of makes sense in that static motion, and we're using so much of those muscles. But I've literally, if you're right here right now, and you're feeling the stretch, and you can't even come all the way down, or you're just kind of doing this. It wouldn't be the first time I saw it, so don't worry, you're not alone. Now, we're going to go into a kneeling hip and quad stretch. So, knees are on the ground. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, squeezing my butt and driving my hip forward. Now, here's where a little extra stability comes in. You can hold on to something if you need to. But I'm just going to reach back. I'm going to grab my left leg and then stand back upright. That's when I'm feeling that stretch through my hip, through my quad. If I squeeze my butt and push my hip forward, it's really gonna burn. I don't know where I was gonna go with that one. I was gonna go for another deep glute joke, but I'm probably burning those out at this point. Squeeze your hip, push your hip forward. Feel it go down through the top of your quad. Almost don't think I could come up with a better stretch for cyclists. Honestly, this is the money stretch. Okay, we're gonna come out nice and easy. Switch, reach back, grab your foot, make any adjustments you need. We're breathing deep. Don't forget to squeeze that glute. I'm really feeling this one more toward the outside, my upper quad. Yowza. Just watch that arch in your back. We got some core tension. We're gonna come out nice and slow. Make our way back up to standing. From here, we're finishing with one deep breath. Hold it at the top. Exhale. And that's it. Awesome way to advance the last stretching routine that you did. Get some stability, hopefully feel good, feel activated. And this really serves the purpose of making your body more functional, more comfortable, and perform at a lot higher rate. Is that a good way to say it? You know what I mean. Have a good one.